really lucky. At least I'm sort of living out a dream. I think Thibaut is too, to an extent. And of course, dreams change over time. But right now, we're really happy to be here during this time period in our lives and in the world.
And as soon as we had a chance with COVID to leave the US and work remotely abroad, we took the opportunity and we chose Croatia.
And then, we booked a ticket to Split, and that was that. So we don't have a return ticket as it is now.
You know, we feel almost more at home here than we did in San Francisco, honestly. Yeah, I mean, I think we're extremely lucky to have the opportunity to work in Silicon Valley, and there's a lot of tech, a lot of startups, and if you work in technology like we do, it is probably the best place to be, the best place to find jobs, and the place where there's most opportunity. My job is a product manager, which means I just in a company that builds software products, so like apps for your phone, for example. I'm the person that connects the business and the technology. And so I'm the person that will go and figure out what to build based on what the business needs, and then with engineers work to figure out how to build it. So obviously, when you open your phone and you open an app, you have the whole user experience, you have features, and you use the application. My job is to make sure you have the best possible experience on the application, and that the features work properly, but also are the right ones that are being built.
He builds things and then I sort of sell them or promote them. So I work in business development, and it's a combination of kind of setting the strategy for different kind of business lines, and then also figuring out partnerships with other companies to kind of help the business grow, a bit of kind of sales and account management experience. So yeah, my job is to basically make the business better and kind of drive it to the next level. That's what I do.
Yeah, so we were actually both working in San Francisco. I was already working remotely. So for me, obviously everything changed, but the work situation was the same. For Jess, she started working remotely, and we actually quickly decided to leave San Francisco where we were, because the city locked down, and we had my parents that lived in the mountains a couple hours from San Francisco. So we decided to go and move to the mountains, like a lot of people did, really. And we spent 4 months there. 4 months in the mountains with my siblings and my parents. Really fun times. So that's when we decided to come to Europe. And Croatia was one of the few countries accepting Americans. So we picked Croatia and ended up here.
So we both had a little bit of experience with being remote or, kind of a digital nomad. But as COVID hit and kind of evolved, we decided we can take full advantage of now having to be working from home. I think it will be a trend going forward for a lot of companies and a lot of people, and hopefully open up a lot of opportunities for countries like Croatia that are offering the digital nomad visa.
Jess starts working around 4. So 3 to 5, I'd say, something around there. And then the work day is really sort of from 3 to 5 to 1 a.m., 2 a.m. So yeah, it's sort of like a normal day, actually. Just a little bit the free times in the morning as opposed to in the evening. And we do tend to go to bed at pretty late hours.
Too late.
Yes.
But also because of lockdown, we find kind of pleasure in doing little things like going to the grocery store or going to get a takeaway coffee. We kind of just try to make the best of the situation, and those are our big outings these days. We have a couple of friends here, and sometimes we try to do our own thing and get some space and go shopping with a friend or just go have coffee at their home if possible.
Evo, tu imam svoju agenciju već 3 godine, turističku agenciju, bavim se i nekretninama, mjenjačnica, a u zadnje vrijeme se najviše bavim dionicama sa mojim kolegom iz Amerike. Niko to ne radi osim mene i onda su oni došli i onda imam konačno s kim pričati o tom. Upoznali smo se za feštu vina u Jelsi. Sve je bilo zatvoreno, bio je lockdown, fešta vina je bila zadnji vikend, 8. mjesec. Bili smo u jednom restoranu kod prijatelja i oni su došli tamo sa nekim drugim prijateljima i tako smo se upoznali. I want them to learn like local, because if they speak here to local people, they will appreciate if they know local. Two most important things. Say it.
Čačemo pit and Čačemo east.
Yes.
I helped create a little blog where we could put pictures and Jess could write articles about all the places we've been, and so it's still up and running. It's called Tales Traversed, and it's just a little bit about us. So if you're wondering what to do in those places or how to get there and things like that, it's all in there.
I like to be outdoors as much as I can, so I mean, with a place like this, it's really fortunate to be able to go outside and go for hikes or walks or meditate outside on the rocks. I love to do stuff like that. Exercise is really important to me, so again, anything that can involve movement. We have a big terrace right now, which is really lucky, and when it's nice weather, I love to do kind of dance workouts outside, so I do that on my own. And
I mean, this is winter right now. It's a beautiful day. There's a lot of beautiful days during the winter, and I think it's equally amazing, this place, during the winter and during the summer. Obviously you can't swim, but it's really, really beautiful. So yeah, there's no reason why, apart from COVID obviously, why there wouldn't be any winter tourism.
And I think, the tourism, kind of like the marketing of it, is not really for winter tourism, right? Maybe people just don't know that there are so many things to see here. Like there's so many places to visit, like just culturally and historically, and kind of like checking out ancient parts of the island and things like that. And there's plenty of activities that you can do year round. Like you can do wine tasting year round. There's other culinary experiences you can have here. You can go around on the scooter and check out different trails and go hiking or have picnics. And also, it's much more affordable during the winter season for folks. So I think it would be a win-win if maybe there would be some coordination around getting that message out.
Pa, kakva je zima. Meni je dobro. Ne, ljudi se žale jer kao dosad, a uvijek ima nešto za raditi. Evo sad je došao na primjer prijatelj iz Njemačke koji je u vojsci tamo i sad radi penjačku dvoranu točno namo gdje je autobusna stanica. Donio je tu svu opremu, uložio je puno u to i bavimo se tim penjanjem. Imam ja svoj jedan zid. I onda uvijek se nešto radi. Pripremam za sezonu, radim sad na svojoj stranici. Ne znam sad je li to zbog korone, ali dosta ih se vraća. Otok Hvar je jedan od otoka na koji se najviše mladih vraća. A sad zbog korone, stvarno je dosta ljudi je tu. Jer u Zagrebu, ja imam isto gore prijatelji u Zagrebu, ali uopće me ne zove jer sve je zatvoreno. Dvorane za penjanje su zatvoreni, kafići, restorani. I onda nema razloga za ići u Zagreb. Tako da je, lijepo je tu. Lijepo je tu kad se ima što zaraditi. Ja. I ovako, hodam Jelsom, svakog znam, sa svima mogu popričat. Ja mislim da je taman Jelsa veličine ljudi koji odgovara. Tako da možete znati svakog i popričati sa svima.
We made some really, really good friends here, and so I think we're really thankful for the people of, people in Jelsa, our friends in Jelsa. I think everyone's been really welcoming and, has been sort of, has taken us in really, and we feel almost more like locals than tourists, and it feels really great, and we feel a sense of community here. I've opened offices in different countries, and next time I do, I'll look at Croatia, and I would love to, next time start a hub in Croatia instead of potentially a different country.
Yeah, I think for what we do in terms of what Croatia could do for people like us to get more involved professionally would be, I don't even know if there are like organizations that's, post jobs or post kind of calling for expertise, because I think we could probably lend some consulting knowledge at least, or just sharing even our experience in Silicon Valley, because it is a very specific experience, just to kind of talk about how people do business there and kind of the ideas that come from there and how those ideas are developed. So
Yeah.
if there were
Like a mentorship program for startups in Croatia. I don't know if it exists, but that would be great. I would love to do that if there is one. It's much less stressful, and I think it's much more life-oriented rather than work-oriented. The work culture in the U.S. is pretty intense, and work comes first before everything. Whereas I think here, in Europe and on the Mediterranean, you do enjoy the little things, and you work, but also you enjoy life.